Hiyaka from Hawaii. Welcome to INC Radio Central Europe Satellite Studio program. I'm sure you're excited and surprised why I am here. Don't worry. We'll have a great show tonight featuring our brethren from the District of Central Europe. My name is Dessa Senas from this side of the world from Hawaii. Aloha. But I have another one. My Ohana actually on your side of the world, who's going to introduce us to the rest of the crew that we have today. Henry Innocentia, good evening.
Aloha ahi ahi des all the way from Hawaii. I dig the hole through the middle of the earth and I came out the other side into Germany, exactly 12 hours away from Hawaii. So glad to see you once again on our broadcast today. And as we are all the way here in Central Europe, in Germany, we will be focusing on a very important topic, especially at this time of the year, the Christian family organizations. And before we dive into that topic, we are going to introduce our panelists for this evening. Thank you so much to our panelists for joining us in our broadcast tonight. And they have a lot of interesting insight and things to say about the Christian family organizations and what it has meant to them, especially here in this part of the world. So let's meet our first guest for tonight. Let's all say hi to Irene.
Hallo und guten Abend aus Berlin. Ich bin Irene Juliet Atzeram. Good evening to all the viewers.
And Irene is coming all the way to us from Berlin. So it's about 12 hours from where I am in Germany. That's how big Germany is. We're all in the same country, but I can't get there with a simple just walk down the street. She's very far away from where I am. But through technology, we're able to bring you this broadcast. And we're also going to another far part of Germany, to where Ian and CJ are at. So let's say hi to Ian and CJ.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guten Abend po to all the viewers and brethren all around the world. My name is Ian.
And my name is CJ.
We're from the local congregation of Hamburg.
Nice to see you here, Ian, or we also call him Christian, as well with CJ. So looking at our chat, we do have a lot of viewers here tonight, coming all the way from Barcelona, Spain, who they also participated in a very big Unity games there with the 10 different districts in Europe. So that was an exciting activity that they had with the Unity games. I did see some pictures. We have a lot of brethren who are tuning in, also always very dedicated to attend our INC radio broadcast here in Central Europe. At this time, it is currently 8:04 p.m. Central European Standard Time.
And if you're interested to know what time it is here in Hawaii, it's 8:04 a.m.
12 hours time difference. It's just on the other side of the world. So when I message Des, she's saying good night, I'm saying good morning. It's the sun. The sun goes on one side, the sun comes back, and we take turns.
Yeah, but we are all here on the same time right now. So if you're ready, Henry, I'm excited because we're going to have a really interesting topic discussion. But before we do that, we're going to have an icebreaker.
We are having an icebreaker. And what is our icebreaker game today, you're asking? Let us see what our icebreaker game today. It is, what am I? And now what is this what am I game? How are we going to play it? We will see different riddles, or I will read different riddles. And all you have to do, whether you are a panelist in tonight's broadcast, or if you are in chat or in our viewers, you can also participate as to guess. I think we're focusing on what the outdoor activity is, because as we're talking about CFO activities, the games that we'll be playing the answers will be of our activity today, or our icebreaker will be focused on outdoor activities. So, let's see what our first riddle to be read is.
And of course, our YouTube counterparts can participate as well by typing in your answers in our YouTube live chat. So the first one is,
I'm kicked, but I'm not a person. I'm round and I roll. What am I? What I'm round and I roll. But I'm not a
Actually, for our panelists, they can unmute, and whatever your answer is, whatever it comes to mind, just go ahead and scream it if you have to.
A ball?
A ball. Your final answer, right? Anyone else who's got a different answer? That's all I can think of as well. You want
I
to
think
find
I'm
out?
going to start off easy for this one.
Okay, let's do that then. And what is the answer? It's a soccer or football. Good enough. And it's the same answer from Kirk J. Miller. I'm sorry if I your last name wrong. And also from Kenjin basketball from Berlin Meissen cluster. All right, good. All right, next item.
You ride
Can
me
you read
wherever
that?
you want to go. You can go fast or you can go slow. Wheels and pedals. I have two and a cute basket too. What am I? What is this, Irene? What do you think?
I'm a bicycle.
You're a bicycle. Well, it did say two wheels, so not a tricycle. It is probably going to be uh, a bicycle. Would you agree
Mhm.
with that?
You know what, Henry? You're also from Hawaii. We see that now by the beach side, right? Downtown Honolulu. But there's the more modern version of that. I don't know, but I don't think this is the answer, though. I go with bicycle as well.
Yeah, I think it's a bicycle. Tech, what is the answer?
Yes.
Bicycle.
And Brad Takushi also said bicycle. Alan and Polly Elisaga bicycle. And who else? Rachel, Innocencio, Mario Calvello, Kenjin, Libuna, Olaf Pordigalidad, Kirk J. Mueller, Vanessa Gowert as well, and John Mendoza. They all said bicycle.
Yeah, bicycle definitely the way to travel nowadays, especially when you go through the park. What a good way to get from point A to point B, the other side of the park, and it's nice, especially at this time now that the snow is gone and Hawaii. I don't know, Des doesn't see that, but here in Germany we do definitely see that. Now's the
Mm-hmm.
time to bring out your bicycle. Do we
All
have
right.
another icebreaker question? Kids love me and play here. When you want to chill, I'm always near. There are swings, slides, and places to walk. What am I? What am I, CJ?
Um,
I playground.
Playground. I think my daughter is going to type something in the chat or tell my wife to put something in the chat. I think she also agrees. I think that's a pretty straightforward answer. I don't know any other place that has all of that that you can play outside.
Henry, I was gonna say my bedroom because everything is in there as well. It's as
Wow.
chaotic as can be. I have the pillows and the chairs and all that with all those features. You can slide, you can relax, you can do whatever you want. But I guess the correct answer is, and let's show it, Kuya Tech, park
Park
or
playground.
playground. Yes, and thank you. So Brad Takushi, and even he said with track, right? Vanessa said the same thing. Rachel, uh, Kirk J said the same thing. Ezekiel Cairel, same thing. Joan Mendoza, Alan and Folly Elizaga, and that's it. They all
Yeah.
said playground or park.
Yeah, definitely. Now's the time that I've actually been bringing my children to the playground a lot. So all these outdoor activities that you can do with your family members, riding a bike together, going for walks, playing sports together. These are the type of activities that bring our families together. Are there any more icebreaker puzzles to be read, or was that the last one? I think that was the last one. So, that gives us a good segue actually into our conversation, our topic conversation for today, which focuses around the activities that that come from the Christian family organizations. Now, to our viewers who may not know so much what the Christian family organizations are, These are the different organizations within the Iglesia Ni Cristo Church of Christ that focus on edifying the faith of the brethren uh, through the different ages and stages of life that we all go through. Starting with all the way from the CWS or the Children's Worship Service. These are those who are the young children of the church who are already instilled with the right ways of serving our Almighty God, the right ways to live our life. And as they grow into the Binhi age, where they are baptized into the church, Binhi, which is the seed, they are planted and instilled with values that will prepare them for the next stage, which is the Kadiwa stage, or those who are 18 and above, who are uh, preparing for a livelihood and marriage for the next stage of life, which is going to be the other family organization, the Buklud. The Buklud, which focuses on the bonds. Those who are married couples within the church, who are the heads of the household, who are leading their families into a spiritual way of living, especially with all the values and the teachings that we receive in the church. And so the activities launched by the CFO, they aim to enhance our faith, to enhance the bonds of our family and prepare us for whatever it is we go through. And in all of these activities, let's ask our viewers this evening if you want to put into the chat any activities that you have experienced as members of the church that you can recall and it brings a smile to your face, that you were a part of, that whether you were the one who had helped to make this activity happen or you were the one to participate in the activity, it just made you laugh, you met someone special there, whether it be friends, people who become your lifetime, uh, you can call them your family that you've always grown close to. You've been there. You've been there from the beginning up until now, or maybe even you have met a special someone in that type of activity. Uh, if you can, our viewers, type a memorable activity that you brought your family, that has brought your family closer together, or maybe it's brought you closer to the local congregation where you're at, or something, an activity that you just remember. You think about that time where you had, it changed your life in some way and in some shape or form. And we're actually going to talk about that today with our guests who they can speak so deeply about the Christian Family Organization. So, let's start with Irene. As for me, for someone here who has looked into the history of Central Europe, I've seen Irene in a lot of pictures because she's very active in the Christian family organizations throughout the years. So let's ask Irene first. Can you share with us a memorable CFO activity that really just makes you smile every time you think about it because of the impact it made to you, or maybe to your family, or maybe to those who participated in that activity?
I can remember back in 2023 when we have a book club night here in the local congregation of Berlin. It was a special one because it was not only having dinner together, because this time we included all the brethren from our local congregation in that activity, because the Kadiwa and also the Binhi, they were the ones who served our food, so our appetizer, our main course, and they are also the ones who entertained us by playing games or having entertaining us with the P&Ks, because the CWS had a small stage play which actually made us cry. We had tears because they showed us their appreciation. So it was a wonderful evening with the whole local, because everyone was involved into that. And I can still remember all those nice gowns we were wearing. It was a glitter and glamour theme. And the effort was especially from the Kadiwa and the Benhi organization in actually leading this activity. But one thing more, I just came recently back from Barcelona, because you mentioned it before, from the Unity Games. And also the Unity Games are one of the best activities which I remember, I would love to remember, because I love the energy. I love how the brethren are cheering up for each other, and even they don't know each other, but they support each other. I just love that that feeling when you're in that how do you call this, basketball court, or when we are already just lining up for the parade before. I love this feeling. It's I don't know, it's yeah, super memorable.
So, as someone who I know you're very actively, you're a leader in the Christian Family Organization. So, let me follow up and ask you this. Especially, we can say that when you lead an activity, when you plan for it, and you work amongst your fellow officers to make the activity success, there are some challenges. There are some times where we can say the word stress. It does get stressful at times. But you mentioned the activity in 2023 when it all came together, and having been through so many activities that just it all comes together. Can you describe how that feels when it just after all of that effort it just works, and you see the children on the stage, and you said it brought you to tears. How does it feel every time an activity like that just just works like that?
Is that a kind of feeling? Please don't end. Can we have a recap? Can we do it again sometimes? Because it's such a nice feeling to see really everyone working with each other, because everyone put his efforts and his insights to prepare an activity, not only in the local level, most especially in the district level. And then when everything is on the day and everything is executed, and you're just saying, "Oh, is it tapos na?" Like, is it ito na, is it done? Can we have another one? Yeah, so it's a really a nice feeling because you're growing as a family. It's a family. You get together as a family because you're working with each other, and yeah, again, it's like a feeling like, can we do it again, please?
I think Christian would agree. Speaking to Christian earlier, he's one of those who come here from another country, and you are looking to find a bond, to find those who help to make this place more comfortable. And so you go to these activities hoping for that. So let me ask Christian, have you experienced that feeling what Irene has mentioned, where you have this memorable activities in the time that you have been in Central Europe so far? Have there been activities that really stand out to you that you remember, that you really do value and you still think about even today?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of CFO activities that we held, but recently we had our CFO of Hyundai that we held last March. It is worldwide, and that really stand out to me is that just gathering together as families, relieving stress, bringing foods, yung mga specialties na Filipino foods na na-mix na natin from the Philippines, like kakanin, anything Filipino foods, and then sports after kumain, yeah, volleyball, basketball, anything that that relieves stress, and just gathering as a family here in Hamburg, in our local, not only in Hamburg but all throughout the Central Europe and all around the world.
Let me ask CJ as well. I can tell that for Christian, these are the activities that he's experienced that really made him feel uplifted and feel closer to the brethren around, especially as you leave a place of where you came from. CJ, are there any activities or even sports that you had enjoyed that just, it makes you feel so happy to be participating in these activities? Like, what activities really just make you happy, especially those that you participated in here in Germany?
Yung activities na naranasan namin nakaraan lamang is yung CFO Day, Fun Day. Lahat kami ng pamilya, mga kapatid, nagsama-sama po talaga. So, ako sa sarili ko, gusto kong sumali sa mga laro, kagaya ng volleyball, kasi gusto kong masubukan yung saya. Kahit na hindi ka marunong, maraming kapatid na hindi marunong pero maraming gustong sumali dahil gusto nilang masubukan yung tuwa at ligaya na mararanasan nila. So that was very memorable for me na ma-meet yung iba't ibang klase ng mga kapatid na hindi mo pa nakikita. So doon pa lamang lalong nagtutumibay po hindi lamang yung aming samahan, kundi po yung aming pananampalataya bilang Iglesia ni Cristo po.
And Henry, I think that feeling is shared by everyone participating in these activities, joining, not even like familiar with how the sport goes, right? Or if it's a unity games for a particular sports, and I share the same feeling that even if I don't know the rules or how the game is played, just being there learning from and being in the company of the other brethren, that gives us more joy, just meeting them and being in the company of the brethren who we probably may not see that often, or we may just have met for the first time.
I agree. So in terms of like when you play volleyball, those who are really good at it, they do their one, two, three, boom. It becomes if I can say repetitive. Because they're good, they'll do it again. But when you are amongst your the brethren who you kind of know and you can laugh with together, and you go for the ball and you really do miss in a very funny way, and you're all laughing about it. It may not be the highlight of the day that you're gonna be like, oh, that was such a nice hit. It wasn't a nice hit. I really missed the ball. You know, you're all laughing together. I think that's one of the
Yes.
key things, is that when you have those moments like that, you don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the most athletic, but those moments is what you remember. Remember when Henry, he went for the ball and he just didn't hit the ball at all, and then it,
That
it
makes
just
for the best memories, Henry. the one,
does.
the one, the funny ones. But you know what? We do have some replies here from our brethren on the YouTube live chat when we asked them what CFO activity is the one that's memorable for them. If I may just read some of them here. So Camario Calvelo actually said that CFO Cooking Challenge and also the CFO Fun. That's for Mario. And I think the Calvelo is coming in strong here. The entire Ohana, the clan, no? Kalinda Calvelo, for her CFO is a lot of fun. Makes her feel young. Same thing. We feel the same way. Only even if in our hearts, right? Jonah Rubik said the most recent activity, Unity Games in Barcelona, and hashtag Heidelberg. Also, Rhea Vanessa Goward said a memorable CFO activity was the Unity Games held in Bonn in commemoration of the 50th anniversary in Europe. It was really fun attending the activity. Kirk J. Mueller said, the Brethren is always happy when we have CFO activities. It may be a unity game, songs of salvation, sharing our faith, being part of it. It's always a blessing. And of course, another one from Kirk J. Memorable activity is the 50th in the West. He can still remember being part of the choral group, which brought so much joy on that day.
Yeah, 50th in the West. Oh, that was, it was great to be part of the 50th in the West and be part of the 50th in Europe. It's nice to have been taking part of those activities. And these are the CFO activities to me. If I were to give my own answer to the member of activity, is to be part of those two activities. I got to see it from one side of the world and also take place of it here in 2023 in was that London? Oh, that was a great experience on both sides of the world, that the brethren, no matter where they are in the world, they're sharing in that same joy. So, it, along with the other brethren whom we attended the activities with, we were able to strengthen the bonds amongst us. So now let's ask Irene again. CFO activities, they do strengthen the bond in whether it be in the locale, whether it be in the district, or even amongst multiple districts. Can you explain to me how, since you said you came back from Barcelona, how did these activities strengthen the bond there? Like, you didn't know anyone there, really. They're from the different parts of Europe, the 10 different districts. Now, how did the bond strengthen there for you as you attended the celebration in Barcelona?
It was a great atmosphere, first of all. We had a great weather and lots of brethren, really. Um, it's so nice to see that they're wearing their jerseys. And then you see, oh, 10 different districts, so many brethren. And this makes us so happy. And we were so excited to not join only the parade and to cheer for Central Europe, of course, but there were so many brethren. So we were actually very shocked, and it makes us very happy. It was such a joyful and blessed day. Um, yeah, we cannot actually describe it in words. For those who are still there or joined the second day, I think they will share the same experience that it was successful and a happy and an exciting 2 days. Yeah.
So one comment that came through from Kirk J. Miller, CFO activities is always a blessing from our Almighty God because through the activities, our love for the brotherhood grows stronger. So let me ask Christian, with that comment that was given by Brother Kirk and how the activities, they allow the love for the brotherhood to grow stronger. And as someone with you and your family would like to establish bonds in the place that you're at, how do these activities allow you and your family to create these bonds and these special relationships with the brethren in the at Hamburg where you're at?
That's a great comment from Brother Kirk Miller on that. It helps us a lot not being alone here. Most especially, many of us here are OFW workers here in abroad in this part of Germany or another world. We are not alone. Kumbaga, hindi tayo nag-iisa kapag nag-join tayo sa mga ganitong activities. And if we felt shy in joining the activities, just try to join one. Maybe it will help you grow, not only as a person, but also on how to bond and socialize with other people and brethren here in your local or on the district level po.
Yeah, Kuya Henry, that's very true because a lot of our brethren, not just in Europe, but on other parts of the world, are living there because of work. And it helps them to connect with other families. And these activities just it suits the longingness, not the homesickness. It's something that a lot of the overseas Filipino workers will say that one of the things that help them overcome, especially when they attend activities like this by the Christian family organizations.
So CJ, and I would like to touch upon that, especially you have just come here, I believe you said in December. So, and as someone who is just coming here, how you know how has the relationships that you've established through these activities, how has that helped you in your adjusting to come to Central Europe, to come to Germany?
Kami po ay dumating po lamang noong December po kasama ng aking anak. So kami po marami pong adjustment na kailangang baguhin sa weather po at sa language most especially. Kaya malaking tulong po ang aktibidad sa ating kapilya po, aktibidad na ginagawa ng ating CFO po para ma-relieve po ito mga adjustment na kailangan namin gawin. Kaya po tuwing nasa kapilya po kami or may aktibidad po kami, sinusubukan po namin na sumali kasama ang aming mga anak, buo naming sambahayan. Dahil hindi lamang po ito napapagtibay aming pagsasama, kundi po yung pagsasama po naming mga kapatid po. At higit sa lahat po ay nagkakaroon po ng bonding po at naiiwasan po ang mga kalungkutan na nararamdaman, lalo na po yung mga kapatid po natin na nag-iisa po dito sa bansa po na ito. Kaya malaking tulong po talaga ang mga aktibidad po para po sa ating lahat po.
Yes, and Henry, that feeling of CJ actually is echoed by everyone else, especially those who just arrived at a foreign country, and regularly attending activities like this not only strengthens the bonds of their families, being together, but also meeting new brethren and forming new relationships with them as well.
And so, forming these new relationships as you meet the new brethren, it puts you at ease. It puts you at a comfortable place. It becomes your new home. And you want to be comfortable in your new home. And because there's a lot of uneasiness when you get to a new place, and to feel that as you attend these activities, you're already greeted with "Hello, brother," "Hello, sister." That a simple greeting like that can already make you feel so welcomed, so not alone anymore. So, as we wrap up our conversation for today, I'm going to put our questions together and ask Irene. Now, how would you encourage those our viewers who are with us today uh, to actively participate in all of these CFO activities? Because there is benefit to all of these activities. So, how, in what ways can we benefit from these activities that would make them uh, want to want to be more interested, want to always participate, want to always know the schedules? What can they benefit from all these activities that they attend?
First, I would always remind them by giving the save the date. So save the date, for example, June 15th, mark on your calendar. There will be the big celebration of Central Europe. And always keep on reminding them that we are also uniting, not only as a local congregation, as a district, in participating in those kinds of activities. But the benefit is definitely not only that we can meet other brethren or also have socializing, making new friends, but most especially it will also help maybe someone in our personal growth. Yeah, for example, for me especially, when I joined the first district-wide or bigger than the district, it's inter-district activities. It's really true. I was also a bit of shy. I don't want to speak it up because I grew up in Germany, so I'm fluent in German, but not fluent in Tagalog and in English. But I have to communicate in those two other languages. But it helps me personally also to grow. Right. And what I also like or love the most about CFO activities, not only those kind of unity games, sport activities. There are more than that, like seminars or where you can learn new cooking skills or, I don't know, a new hobby. It's also a new or the best opportunity to get in connection with the other brother.
Definitely agree. It's where the connections, and that's what we're always looking for in any of these CFO activities is connections. Like for example, even our weekly broadcast on INC Radio, we're already establishing connections on a weekly basis. Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Central European Standard Time. We see the same names in our chat, in our viewers. We see Freiburg always represented by the same brethren who are always willing to be here. We always see Brother Mario here in Berlin. We always see Brad Takushi representing Heidelberg Cluster. We always see Brother Gerd in Meissen. We see the brethren through activities such as this, even for INC Radio, always connecting us, bringing us together. It's a healthy routine, a healthy spiritual routine for us to always want to be interested into getting to know those who are on the other side of the world. Sometimes we even get brethren from outside of our district who just pop in and they say, "Hi, hello, I'm dialed in all the way from Italy. I'm dialed in from Hawaii." No, the INC radio goes beyond Central Europe, of course, and we all know that all the districts in who have their satellite studios have these broadcasts where we are all come together. We establish those connections, and that's why INC Radio is such a great tool. CFO, the Christian Family Organizations, and all the other, such as Christian Brotherhood International, Christian Medical, Dental, and Paramedical Society, Christian Employees Association, Christian Society for the Deaf. These are all the different Christian family organizations within the Church of Christ, Iglesia de Cristo, that bring us together, that can connect us through so many ways that we're always thankful for. Uh, we always enjoy and we always benefit from all of that. Would you agree, Des, that this is something that we are all very thankful for?
Yes, that's very true. And it's the same at same time, all our other brethren and our viewers from YouTube agree as well. And couldn't wait for the next activities for the Christian family organizations. And if we can just say hi and hello to everyone who tuned in, especially from the Meissen cluster, Hamburg. I see a lot of Heidelberg. What else did you see? I see Oh, Stuttgart. Is that from Heidelberg as well? Is that from the same cluster? I'm sorry. We lived in Germany for a long time ago, but help me out here, Kuya Henry.
Yes, Stuttgart is part of the Heidelberg cluster, and so they're always very supportive. Also with that is Schwäbisch Hall, as our sister Frefe is mentioning. Heidelberg, Kaiserslautern, Stuttgart, Schwäbisch Hall. We are all part of the same family. Are there any other districts that you're seeing on your end?
I actually saw one earlier from I think the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. So hello there, everyone who's watching the program from the Philippines. Magandang madaling araw po sa inyong lahat. And of course, congratulations to everyone who participated in the Unity Games that was held there in Barcelona, Spain.
And so I think we are at the time where we are going to have our first station break. So please continue to stay tuned as our INC radio broadcast in Central Europe continues.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Tired of feeling your worst? Ready to take control of your health? Then tune in to Health Matters, the show that covers it all. Mondays, get glowing with Dr. Miriam Isla and the latest in skincare. Tuesdays, Dr. J.M. Cruz tackles your adult health questions. Wednesdays, it's family time with Dr. Ali Perez. Thursdays, Sister May Tinio and Sister Dolor Bangan guide you to emotional well-being. And Fridays, discover the power of natural medicine with Dr. Erwin Torres and Sister Cheche Brinoza. Health Matters, Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Subscribe now and start living your healthiest life.
Hi! Ako ang inyong Ate Paula at samahan niyo kami ngayong Lunes sa Like and Share. Halina't pasyalan at mamangha sa ganda ng Ibahay Aklan. Tikman ng tamis at tapang ng homemade Spanish latte na swak sa panlasa, abot kaya pa. Matakam sa masarap na Filipino dish with a twist na ube biko with yema filling. At sa episode na to, ating mapapanood ang mga vlogs mula sa Distrito Eclesiastiko ng Aklan. Kaya naman samahan nyo kami ngayong Lunes sa Like and Share, May 5, 2025, 2 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Dito lamang yan sa INC Radio.
And welcome back to Central Europe Satellite Studio program today. I'm Desa Senas, and of course we have Henry Inocencio there in Germany, and our brethren from the different local congregations there in Germany as well. Now, this time, this is one of the segments that we truly are looking forward to, where we learn German. And it's not hard because German is fun with Miss Malou Francisco.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Hello everyone. Hallo zusammen. Welcome to German is fun. Willkommen zu Deutsch macht Spaß. I'm Malou Francisco bringing you another fun session of learning basic German.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Today we'll be learning German words and expressions related to visiting a park or going to a park. And we'll be using some pictures and video clips that my daughter and I took when we visited a park in the Netherlands. This is actually a miniature park called the Maduro Dam, found in The Hague. That is on the western side of the Netherlands. The miniature park presents replicas of buildings, objects that have to do with the growth and development of the country. The models They're using the scale 1:25. In actual size, it is 25 times larger than what it is in the miniature park. Today we'll be learning German words and expressions related to visiting a park or going to a park.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Here now are our German words and expressions related to visiting a park or going to a park. Park in German, auf Deutsch, der Park. Der Park. Plural, the parks. The parks. Or the Parke. The Parke. The park is big. Big in German is groß. The park is big. Der Park ist groß. Der Park ist groß. Miniature. Auf Deutsch, die Miniatur. Die Miniatur. Plural, die Miniaturen. Die Miniaturen. Miniature park. Der Miniaturpark. Der Miniaturpark. Plural, die Miniaturparks. Die Miniaturparks or die Miniaturparke.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Okay, remember to have fun. Just listen and repeat after me. Let's continue. The miniature park is called Madurodam. Der Miniaturpark heißt Madurodam. Der Miniaturpark heißt Madurodam. It's your turn. Der Miniaturpark heißt Madurodam. Gut gemacht, sehr gut. Admission in German, Eintritt. Der Eintritt. Der Eintritt. How do we say admission is free? Der Eintritt ist frei. Der Eintritt ist frei. If the admission is not free, der Eintritt ist nicht frei. Nicht stands for not. Der Eintritt ist nicht frei. We're visiting the park. Wir besuchen den Park. Wir means we. Besuchen is the verb to visit, or we're visiting the park. Wir besuchen den Park. Wir besuchen den Park.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Before we say choose, here again are the German words and expressions that we learned today. Just listen and repeat after me, and the important thing, have fun, enjoy it. Der Park, the parks, or die Parke. Der Park ist groß. Die Miniatur. Die Miniaturen. Der Miniaturpark. Die Miniaturparks or die Miniaturparke. Der Miniaturpark heißt Madurodam. Der Eintritt. Der Eintritt ist frei. Der Eintritt ist nicht frei. Wir besuchen den Park.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Well, that's
for today on German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß. Thank you for joining me. Danke fürs Zuschauen und danke, dass ihr dabei wart. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Here is Malou Francisco saying, vielen Dank. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Vielen Dank, Miss Malou Francisco. And let me try that. Their miniature park heist Maduro Dam. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get learning. We'll get there. Thank you very much, Kamalu.
Okay, so I think the only phrase I always say is ich bin Ausländer und spreche nicht Deutsch. And so then the person I speak to is like, okay, then I'll say, sprechen Sie English? And then we can talk. So
Yes.
I'm still learning, and I'm sure, that's the most helpful thing we can say as we still learn. So always thanks to Miss Malou for, even offline, she's trying to teach me German. So, we always appreciate all of her efforts in making sure that we are up to date in our language speaking skills, especially for me. Very thankful. What do we have next in our broadcast, Des?
At this time, we will present the activities held in the District of Central Europe in our CEU in action.
And so we have today to show you the activities that have taken place in Central Europe, particularly in our two clusters. So first, let's start off with the INC Giving Cleanup Drive, which of the Bayern cluster, we can see some of our brethren from Ravensburg, from Munich, and the other GWSs and congregations there participating in cleaning up a park. We also have Frankfurt City, and Wiesbaden in their cluster. They had celebrated their CFO Fun Day together in a CFO get-together activity there in the Frankfurt cluster. And we know they had such a great time. As you can see, the children all on stage, and the amount of time it takes to prepare in performances such as that. And the children are always willing to come together and to learn lyrics, songs that they've never heard before. So much joy in all ages, especially you see our sisters there having their own musical number. A lot of rehearsal, a lot of time comes together just to make all of these happen. As Irene had mentioned, it's such a great feeling when they all go on stage, and after all the works and all the efforts, a nice presentation where the families sit down, get together. Especially if you're the parents and the kids feed you. They're the ones to serve you all the dishes, and they provide the entertainment. It's nice to just have everyone just enjoy that quality time together, especially in our district. We all had our own CFO Fun Days in our own local congregations, in our clusters. It's the connections that we establish in activities such as that we always remember. And, it comes to a point where if we have so many of these activities, you don't even remember some of them. You just remember that you had such a great time. You remember the people, the brethren that you had met, you've gotten to know. Even use some of those activities to invite those who are not members of the church to get to know us, members of the church, to know why we value activities such as those. So it's very nice to see participation. Keyword is participation, because we are now going to announce the 3 most active clusters who always participate in our INC radio broadcast. So let us see the winners of our broadcast from last week. Kuya Tech.
Third place, Frankfurt Cluster. Second place, Heidelberg Cluster. First place, Berlin Cluster.
And thank you for always participating in all of our INC radio broadcasts on a weekly basis. Like we mentioned earlier, we're always seeing the same names So you are always appreciated for your participation in activities such as this, and for any CFO activity that we have. We always like to see each other there. We'd like to see faces that we haven't seen, faces we don't usually see. Let's always do our best to participate in these CFO activities, because all of these always aim to make us grow closer to each other, is to strengthen the bonds between the brethren in the different local congregations, the different clusters in the districts, even amongst the different districts, such as that we had in Barcelona this past weekend. So always continue to always participate in all of these activities. When we're asked to join us in this basketball unity games, in uh, this CPR training, or any activity that is through the Christian Brotherhood International, all of these serve for a good purpose. They all serve to strengthen our bonds and enhance our spirituality. And so, as we come to a close on our topic, we also like to wish a happy belated birthday to our CFO coordinator and CFC president, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, who always leads us in all of these activities. And so, as we come to a close for our broadcast, we'd like to thank Irene, Christian, and CJ for participating in our broadcast, and for providing the answers to some of the, or providing such substantial answers to why Christian family organizations is so important. We'd like to thank our viewers and listeners who always participate and who we always see in broadcasts such as these. We'd like to thank our district CFO advisor, Brother Scott Augustine, our assistant district minister, Brother Jake Eric, and our district minister, Brother Joel B. Catalan.
And yes, Henry, actually, I saw a message here posted by Scott Agustin that the football players from your district, the Central Europe, are the champions for this unity game. So let's give them a big round of applause. God bless you all, po. Congratulations, as well as to all those who participated. I'm sure you're equally like the champions as well. Let's give them a big round of applause, Kuya Pong, Kuya Irene. Let's just give a few seconds probably to our guests if they have any shout outs or greetings. Let's start with Irene.
A big shout out to the local congregation of Berlin and Meissen, Paul, and also to Lolo Mario and Lalin, and of course to our overseeing minister, Brother Philip Mangiat, his wife, and Kuya Noah, and also, or especially to my husband, Troyce, and our son, Elijah Hendricks. Thank you for having me, Paul, and see you all in our celebration, 25 celebration on June 15.
Thank you, Irene. And let's head over to Ian and CJ.
Yeah, first we would like to thank our district supervising minister, Brother Joel B. Catalan, and also our deputy district supervising minister, Brother Jake Edick and family, our brethren in the Central Europe, most especially in local congregation of Hamburg.
And especially po sa District of Macau, Brothers Celestino Bacsapra po, and to all our families and friends in the Philippines po, we love you all po.
And thank you very much to everybody who tuned in today. Henry, thank you very much for being here. And from myself here and my family from the District of Hawaii Pacific, we once again would like to express our warm aloha and greetings to our CFO coordinator, CEBSI president and CEO, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo. A very, very happy birthday po. And of course, we'd like to thank our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as our IMP or INC Media Productions section chief, Brother Monteville Boy. Also, aloha to INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray, Assistant Station Manager, Brother Jeffrey Rivera, as well as Kasam Estopito, the Program Manager, Ka Eric Along, right? Ka Eric Along, Ka Christian Cruz, and all the ministers who helped us with the broadcast, and of course, our tech who helped us today, Kuya Pong and Kuya Irene. From all of us here, once again, thank you to the District of Central Europe. Congratulations to everybody. I'm Dessa Senas with Henry and Essential. You all have a great day, po. Good night. God bless. Okay, babies. You should bring your babies too, Henry. Stay tuned for INC Radio Northern Europe Satellite Studio.